And we're live. So,
Yay.
things happened.
Quite a few things.
Quite a few things. Many things. Lots of things. So this is our current party. We are at Narsh to do Narshy things. Get that party member, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Basically,
Gully posted that stuff in the chat, but
He
he's
did.
not here.
I should probably look at that.
That'd be a good idea. Do I need to go up to, like, the cave?
It's
Get Mog?
you're basically going all the way back up to the top.
Fun.
Hmm.
Do I have to go in the side entrance?
No, I think you can go the original way.
Well, I'm going this way, because this is the way that I know I'm going to get up now.
You have to go to one of the houses first to start it.
Oh.
Hmm.
Probably would have been good to mention that.
Well, Gully's awake now. Should I ping Gull?
Oh, I already pinged him, so.
Yeah, it'll be in his messages.
Oh, it's right here.
And there he is.
Preemptive attack.
He said he'll be here in a minute.
He's on his way.
Which means I don't have to try to explain stuff I don't fully understand again.
Oh, you don't have to. Messages.
Bookie messages.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I announced that yesterday. My bad. That I was moving it up.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Oh, not yesterday, but.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I did it this morning. The problem is, I don't think he saw it this morning until just now.
Yeah.
Well, this morning. It's now this afternoon. Yep.
He's been made.
He's been made. Hi.
Last we saw him, he was in jail.
Empty. I'm going to pretend that I remembered that.
In the basement of Figueroa
Oh,
Castle.
was this actually the house that I needed to go into?
Yes.
Of course.
Hello, Gully. Wolfman is currently running away.
Yay! It's Sorry, I didn't. I thought this was going to happen later in the day. I forgot most people have off today.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't. I don't think I announced it yesterday. All right. Lots of things, and there are arrows.
Yes, most of it's not great. The tiara is probably the only thing in here worth buying, and maybe some gold helmets. But it looks like Tara already has better, so no.
Yeah, of course. This is only the physical defense stat because, yeah.
Yeah, the tiara is only nice because it offers some plus magic.
Yep. All right. Let's see.
It'd be too hard to show all the different benefits and pluses you get, especially for a SNES game.
Well,
it would have been possible. Like, you just have to organize the menus differently.
Well, what I'm saying, I was being sarcastic.
No, the problem is that they actually do not have physically enough space. This game takes up almost the entire cart. So a lot of the things that we take for granted nowadays, they literally couldn't fit on the cart.
Well, yeah, that's what it's like.
That's better for both of them, but I don't know how much I'm planning on using them. So
the trident is nice because it is water element, but it is not necessary at all.
Well, it's worse than what he has. So
yeah.
Now here's an interesting thing that I could do. These are back row weapons for Terra and Celeste.
Yes.
I could.
But they're not worth it. They're not worth it.
Not worth it.
You see, the problem with back row weapons for them is that if you want to do damage with them, you're going to just be using magic, which is better to have them weapon plus magic on them.
Oh, you mean equip a weapon that has plus to magic?
Yeah, like the enhancer later on, the rune blade now, if you're never going to use the attack option. Stuff like that.
Alright, well this time I'll go through the main path because that's where Wolfman went to. Hey look, it's Wolfman. Persistent little pests, aren't you? I'm just going to follow you. You guys are still just as weak as before. You know what? I want to try this. Jump!
Whee!
Jump is really powerful and is the only way for Edgar to use his weapon element.
It's effectively fly.
It is exactly fly. Actually, fly is based off of jump from Final Fantasy II. Roughly. Dragoon Edgar is his best in slot because he can get, with double hand in that, he can get really high hits early in the game. But you're better off using drill because it'll do roughly the same amount of damage over 2 turns.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, and drill is guaranteed.
The best thing with jump is the immunity while you're in the air.
Oh, that is true. You know, you can't get hit while you're up there.
There is another thing too. You do not want to jump unless you have a spear equipped. If you have a spear equipped, it doubles damage.
You can still jump without a spear.
You can. It's just not as effective.
Yeah, but it puts it on a tier up. If you're hitting an enemy's elemental weakness with a spear, then it is entirely worth it. 110%. Any other situation is not worth it at all, unfortunately.
Halt! Don't move or this one's dust. Alright. Okay. I didn't move. Got a wild one here. I'll never get this gold hairpin. Wait, what was that? What was that flash on the bridge?
I'm not entirely sure, but
I missed it, unfortunately.
Guess what I just took?
Goodbye, friend.
Oh, is this
This is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You get the gold hairpin or him as a party member right now.
By the way, gold hairpins are infinitely farmable later in the game.
Oh, so basically you can choose to let him die.
Yeah.
For nothing.
No,
He shows up again later, but during this section of the game is the only time he can get one of his abilities.
Human loving, fast talking, spurt, slam dancing Moogle. All right, I want you know all the keepos in the chat.
Yes.
I don't have better Twitch.
That's just a base Twitch emote. It's just KEEPO. Keepo. And now I'm gonna join your party.
You join your party.
You don't have a free party slot. You have to go back and take somebody out of your party. Love you, old Pokemon.
Whee!
I'm glad they just after is it 5 or 6 where they're like, you know what, we're just gonna play in the box. You're in the box.
No,
I don't think that
for gift ones, that's only like 6.
It's
or
like
7.
7, yeah, 7 or 8 that they started doing that. It's not as recent or not as far back as you think.
I'm sure it's 6 at least.
Alright, it is now time to go on a world tour!
Why are we going on a world tour? Are we, you know, in concert?
Yes. Well, we're going dancing, so sure.
Oh. Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer.
Anyway, so the bonus of Mog, if you get him earlier, is that he is actually 5 levels above the average level of your party.
Now, is that like an actual, like he will always be 5 levels above the average of your party?
Yes.
When you get him, yes.
Oh, when you get him
ground,
here.
yeah, when you get him here. If you ground every single person in your team up to level 40, he would be level 45. Like, it's just, every character has a certain, the first time you meet them, they have, in this half of the game, they have a certain level that they will be, which is based on your average level.
Interesting.
So.
And guess who's back?
Back again.
Mog's
Who's
also
back?
kind of powerful, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, so where am I going and why?
Do you
dancing,
want
I
to
guess.
get all of Mog's? Do you want to get all of
Special
Mog's
abilities.
dances, or do you want to just get the one that is?
We can. Yeah, we
Well,
can get
what's-
the other
what's
ones
useful?
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can always get the other ones later. It's just the one that's missable is basically get it now or never.
If
the missable one's the second most powerful too.
if yeah, so it just like I guess we could prioritize the
So
more useful ones.
we must go to the Veld.
Actually, it's better to go to Barren Falls because it's slightly faster.
Where's that?
From this way though, it's
Yeah.
easier to get back to the airship. I think. If you go like this.
No, because it's the same amount of distance either way.
All right, so yeah, to the falls.
The falls, if you press down on the D-pad to go up in the air a little bit so you can see a little further. You're near Doma Castle, so if you if you go southeast from here, that way, it's right there.
Sorry, east
You just
or
passed
west?
over it.
Sorry,
You're
east.
on top of it.
Where you ran away from the Doma Castle
It's-
during the actual going there section.
It's this portion right
Right
there.
here?
It's that, you can just barely see the waterfall. Yeah, you have to be on the left side
There's
of the
the
mountains.
cave. There's a small amount of cave you can see in the rock.
To on the left side of the range, just like barely
Yes.
on screen.
Yes. Hmm.
Fun. All right, that should work.
You also need Mog in your team.
Yeah, and Mog needs to be present to actually learn anything. Take Mog and whoever 3 people you want to hang out with for the next while.
Unlike Edgar, Mog can only use spears. Mog's specialties is jump, if you give him the Dragoon Boots, and dance. Jump scales with physical attack, dance all scales with magic.
Wait, very important thing that needs to be done. Here we go.
You also notice, like I said, he's level 28. He's got more MP and HP than any other character in your party.
Looks like Green Beret is best out of what I have. Yeah. 143. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the best. Alright, Tara just had earrings on, right?
I think so.
Alright, what are some good...
Plus magic damage or Dragoon Boots with is it Kika's armlet? It doesn't really matter though. Just throw a spear in his hands and he'll kill
Well,
him.
I don't think... I think I only have one of those, and it's on... Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
You mean the Genji glove, right? For dual wielding?
No, the other version, the gauntlets to two-hand, because it increases damage by a percentage. But you don't have one yet until the later half of the game. Realistically, though, a Mog doesn't need any relics to be good here. You just throw on his equipment and he's good.
And a
oh wait,
spear.
oh I do have another Genji glove.
Yes, you got a second Genji glove from Sealed Cave. But jump unfortunately does not work with
Dual
it.
wield?
Yeah,
No.
that's why Gauntlet's better. Gauntlet does plus 50% damage with two-handed. So he does two-handed spear and he just destroys everything.
I'm not sure. Protects. It's just a lot of like protects against different things. Oh, I could give him running shoes.
That works. You'll have to go through Crescent Falls, so it's not much of a problem.
Yeah, it's time to go jump off a waterfall again.
Whee!
I don't know. We'll probably swap out this slot for something else down the line.
The most powerful character in existence, Mob, is here.
Actually, he is one of those powerful characters in this game, like non-stop. He's Gal, but does not require significant grinding to be good.
Wait, I'm in the air, aren't I?
Yes.
Lift off. I'm gonna lift off, and then I'm gonna land immediately.
It's a Mob. He's got a spear now.
Best character Mog. Alright, do I need to go to a specific place here, or is it just via
Go
random
jump
encounters?
off.
Yeah, jump off the falls.
Do jump
Go
off?
down. Yeah.
Yep. Just
Go
up the top.
across the veldt to the southeast and
Why
enter
not?
the.
I don't know,
Jump
because it's
off.
kind of crazy.
Jump. Why not? Just like, God.
Yeah, now you're on the belt. Now you go to where Dow found the shiny helmet and jump off again.
Okay, anything special that I need to do here? Dance?
You can test out the dances. So, dances, is it 50% on the wrong background?
What?
So each dance, all the dances are based on the actual battle background.
Oh,
used-
so it's
If
what's
used on
what's
the
the Pokemon
same
move? Depends on the terrain. I forget.
I know
Secret
it's
power?
what you're talking
secret
about.
power,
Nature power.
Nature power.
You want to
Yeah.
go straight south from
There are too many just like power
Powers.
moves. Yeah.
You know,
Hidden
if
power,
used on
secret
the
power.
If the stance is used on the corresponding background, it is 100%
Uh,
guaranteed to happen. Otherwise, it's only like
excuse
50.
me.
And then once the dance is activated, the background will actually change to it. If it's the wrong one. And Mog
No.
has a list of like 4 moves they'll use
Yes.
randomly.
One to the skill, 2 that are across 2 skills, and 1 that's across 4 skills, but at different rates. The topmost skill of each is usually the one you want anyway. Mog is, if you're willing to get all 8 of his dances, if you're willing to get him this early instead of the gold hairpin, which sadly is necessary for low level runs, his dances are devastating. There's a reason I wanted you to get him before you went to the sealed cave. In the sealed cave, the dance you're about to get literally destroys everything in the sealed cave in 2 turns. Left side. You can get there on the right side, actually.
I'm pretty sure this is the way that I went last time. So
Oh. Yeah, but it's just the long way around.
oh no, he's muted. Ah, crap. Ooh. Okay, so are the effects of the dances always the same?
Yes.
Each named dance has the 4 moves it can use. 1 move, as Cully said earlier, 1 move exclusive to it, 2 that it and 1 other will
it
share,
doesn't
and
work.
then two that a bunch of them will share.
You can't get there from the right, sadly. Not enough space.
So, for example, Wind Rhapsody or Ring Song comes with Wind Slash, which hits all enemies with wind damage. He's one of the few sources of wind damage outside of Gao.
Oh.
Sunbathe, which heals your entire team for about 1,200 at this point in time. That's where you want to go.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going
save,
to
yeah.
save.
He can activate Plasma, which does a massive amount of damage to a single target.
Okay, so anything specific I need to do here? You said go
Nope,
and
just
jump.
get to the end and jump off again.
And fight and kill things. Once you kill the first one, you will have the second best dance in the game.
Jump? Or not yet?
Yep.
Yep.
Why
Just
not?
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plasma is lightning elemental damage to one opponent. Spell power 70 is unblockable. Wind Rhapsody also has Cockatrice, which is really powerful as well. Non-elemental damage inflicts petrified on one opponent. Spell power 50. Hit rate is 96. Fails the target is immune to death, unfortunately. The best dance he has is Earth Blues, which is the outside of a mountain. Earth Blues comes with Rock Slide, which is one of the best moves in the game. Non-elemental magic damage to the one opponent. 65 spell power, unblockable, and ignores defense.
Yeah, you also now have
always right?
Always.
Right gets you to the caves. It's the same number of fights. But maybe it's +1 fight if you go left, but I go left in the second one. The second move Earth Blues gives is Sonic Boom. Reduces one enemy's HP by 5/8 of its max. Inflicts sap, is unblockable, but fails on targets immune to death. Sonic Boom is really good because it's one of the only.
It's not the best here. It's not. Water Rondo isn't the best in here because most of the enemies absorb water.
That makes sense.
But it also the second move it has is Plasma that it shares with the Plains one. And that one shots them. But Mog being one of the few characters that can inflict sap is really good. Then he has Wump.
Powerful.
Wump deals non-elemental magic damage to one opponent, 53 spell power, unblockable, ignores defense. So Earth Blues has 2 unblockable ignores defense spells, but Wump doesn't hit flying targets, unfortunately.
Oh, hey, look, we're not underwater anymore.
Yep. And the last move that Earth Blues gives, here it is Sunbathe. 50 spell power, heal to all allies, which puts it as a little below Kiara, but it's free. It's randomly cast.
I hope you know that, like, whenever you're just listing off, when you're just listing off like a whole bunch of information, like while I'm actively fighting things, I will probably remember like next to none of it.
Well, you don't need to know any of it. All you need to know is that Earth Blues is really, really good because Earth Blues has 2 unblockable moves and a massive heal for your party. The water one's the second best because a lot of mechanical enemies are weak to water. Okay, now here's a very important thing. Do not get on the boat. Just walk up.
Or else this will be a very true world trip.
Yeah, because then I have to walk back, I assume.
Yep. Go grab a chocobo. So you remember how we...
Sorry. Get out of my way, NPCs. I've got a very important thing to do.
So
I want to be a Mog riding a chocobo. Moogle.
So there's 2 reasons for this. The first is that obviously no battles, and you'll get there faster. The second is that chocobos ignore the the Forest of Doom, so you can just walk over an entire mini dungeon.
Yeah, you would. The normal way of this path would have put you back through the Spirit Train, or at least the Spirit Train's area.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice because there's a healing spring there, and there's one enemy that gives a high amount of AD. This bridge was missing when you first came here. And this is crazy.
Just conveniently, you know, misplaced. Oops.
Oh,
you know, we lost this bridge. I need to go around, right?
No, you're on the right way.
Well, yeah, but I need to.
No, not this way. Other way.
But yeah, but.
In general, the coastlines don't do anything around here. It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, there. Okay, I can press A to go faster. Yay! It's not like the game explained that or anything.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, it is not placebo. That's not the right way.
That is.
Wait.
That's the right way. Yeah, that leads to Doma. In
fact, look. See, the game doesn't show where the bridges are on the mini map.
No, it does not.
This is the Doom Forest, and your airships to your left. Congratulations on it doesn't show up until you get off the chocobo.
Goodbye. I love you. This you know, if I can criticize this game for one thing, not enough chocobo.
Yeah, in general, Mog is a really good party member if you know what his skills can do. Like, if you just grab Earth Blues, and that is really good for this portion of the game. You can't get his Ice one until later, because you can't actually fight in the Ice Plains of Narsh until later. Oh, did you ever empty out Doma Castle of its items?
After the
Imperial banquet.
Yeah. After the banquet, that got opened up.
You know, very very close parking job there. All right, time to loot from the people that already lost a ton. Look, we're the main protagonists in an RPG. It's going to a good cause. Sure. We're also going here without Cyan.
People died here. Also, did the Empire get rid of the bodies? I'm afraid of them having someone answer that question for me.
I don't know. Probably.
And we also get to hear the music, because I feel like we didn't hear a lot of the music before.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of Cyan's theme, unfortunately. It's the adventure theme it plays when you get new characters, characters after a certain event, but... World of Balance...
Just exploring the outside of the castle first. It doesn't seem like there's anything too important out here.
Remedying the pot in the waiting area under the stairs. The barracks have a high ether and a chest and an elixir in the clock. Zan's room contains an X potion, and the storage room on top of the castle walls contains a phoenix down and prayer beads.
I can't. Maybe more than one has done this, but I know of a ROM hack that added a single underwater encounter fish in the moat here that still exists in later times. So you don't have to do the whole big loop around if you
Oh, you mean for the dance for Mog?
For the dance. Yeah.
I thought that the only other way was Leviathan. It's good to find the evade.
No, I'm talking about a ROM hack for the SNES version.
Ah, ROM hack. That makes sense. The beads are worth getting because while they are bugged, they increase evasion by 20. They also just, in a different stat, they just make the wearer evade 50% of all blockable physical attacks. So you just make a dodge tank with the beads, the prayer beads.
That seems pretty good.
Problem is I forget how to get it.
How to get what
the beads?
I already got. I just picked them up.
Them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Worthwhile if you want to make a dodge tank.
beads. He's a true evasive tank, you know, because he's fast. Plus he dodges. Okay. I think I'm running out of places to check. That went outside. Yeah, I already went here. I think that's everything? At least those are all of the entrances that I could find. Well, that was fruitful. Productive. Excuse me. So you have chosen death. El Nino?
Oh no, not El Nino!
They did.
Yeah, Mog is basically your third Sabin. Only he's water element.
Alright, so we have Sabin 1. Wait, who's Sabin 2?
Edgar.
Edgar. Oh, okay, so yeah, Sabin 1, Sabin 2, and Sabin 3.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Strago is actually Sabin 4.
Yeah, Blue Mage.
Yeah, he actually comes with the best Blue Mage spell in the game, which is Aqua Rake.
Yeah.
Aqua Breath, whatever they call it in this version. Which
Water.
is a
Water.
Yeah, this is a game that has the highest amount of water support. No other game until Final Fantasy X has as much water support as this game. Strago's teaching Realm how to play craps.
Blackjack.
Blackjack, craps, it's all the same thing to him. Back in my days, we used to have to play card games with stones.
But also motorcycles?
Yes. Car games on motorcycles. Alright, where to next?
Wherever you want. No, I'm kidding.
Auction house.
Well, other... Yeah, we could get those. Wait.
Also on the
guess
southern...
what I forgot to do.
Change Mog out. Give him... Oh, it doesn't
No,
matter.
give him an Esper.
He's the character that needs magic the least in your party, to be very honest with you.
Yeah, I know, but it should still,
you're gonna keep him around?
I was heavily considering it, yes.
He is good for later in the game. It's nice to have Sabin, Cells, and Edgar on your party for events that I don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, your next area, the next major step forward, you can only bring 3 characters. And I think Celes or Terra is required.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm looking at this, why don't you have anything on? Is that because you left the party?
Yeah, the next place you want to go is Tzen, because there is a good healing Esper there that you can get.
The game took off all my Espers. I don't know. Who should I use? I feel like I'm missing some. I don't know. What's good here? Oh yeah, because these are on other characters right now. Can I steal them from other characters?
No, but you can unequip it from characters not on the party by talking to the gentleman on the right side that unequips them.
Yeah, but doesn't that do that for everyone and everything that they have?
Everyone who is not in the party or everyone.
Yeah, but that still takes off everything that they're...
Yeah.
I don't know. What should I put on? I don't know. could finish up that, I guess. This one is more important. Should probably get the level 2 offensive magic on you. Oh, Strago, I want that back. So, is there literally no way to take it off of him without taking everything else off of everybody else?
Unless you swap out your entire party. And go to each member, remove the stuff off of them, go back.
Yeah.
It's not too bad right now because you only have 9 party members, but 10?
Oh, okay, so here's the good news.
Oh, you actually have most of the characters.
The party select menu shows what espers they have on them, so I can put people in the party who have the espers and then just take the espers off them. Oops. So that's the, you know, I guess this is not ideal, but it's better than just taking like literally everything off of them.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, it would be nice if it was easier to swap like characters and loadouts on stuff. Yeah, you know what? We'll talk to Mog. Kupapalo. The best boy Mog. Let's see what level you're at. 24, 23. I'm going to at least try to use both Terra and Celeste. Probably not at the same time, but like if I need one or the other for a specific plot event, then
good to have them actually competent.
Yeah, I have them both competent. Because like nobody else who I don't have is required for anything, right?
Coming up, I
assume Terra is for stuff, but I think everyone else is sort of the optional hangers on. All right, now that I actually have all of the, I'm gonna put Bismarck just because that's like a quick way to get all of the base offensive magic. All right, I wanted to put Magdalene on Celes. Give me that, you know, high-level offensive magic. I probably should get Cure 2 on her at some point. Pretty sure Terra has it, but... Alright. I think we're all set now.
Looks pretty good, I'd say.
One second, I need to double check something just out of paranoia. Okay, it didn't take anything off my party members. Yay! Okay. Now what?
Ellie, you had the idea of where next?
I'm gonna double check. Oh, auction house, right?
Back to Pappastown.
Where's the auction house?
G-Door on the southwest continent near the Opera House.
Yeah, Empire Continent.
No, Western Continent. That's
G-Door is here.
Yeah,
Opera House is right there.
You do want to go to Tzen though, because there is another Esper there.
Yeah,
that you can get.
Well, one thing at a time.
Yeah, I have the RNG manipulation trick up if you have sprint shoes on someone.
I do.
Okay.
Somebody does because
Mog does. Can you put it on him?
No, I think it's Celeste actually. Yep.
Oh, okay. So here is the auction house RNG manipulation. There are 2 espers in the auction house, and unfortunately the wiki has them with the wrong RNG manipulations. They have them reversed. The auction house is up the stairs to your right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady outside of it. And
that's the item shop?
Yeah, one up there.
This lady?
Yeah, this lady. The RNGC determines which direction she moves in when you walk out of the opera door. So if you walk in and walk back out, see what direction she steps in and walk back in.
Up.
Go
left.
back in. Okay. You can only let her take a single step. You want her to do up, right, left. So you want to go out, immediately press up, and see what direction she's going in without her moving again. So she's down. Right.
Up. What was the next one?
If she goes right and then left,
Up,
you have
right,
zones.
left?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah, this is guaranteed.
All right,
now, talk to the guy at the door. You cannot lose an auction, despite how it may sound. Just mash the X button. And if it's an Esper, you'll win it. If it's a ring, you can win it. If it's a chocobo or an airship, you cannot win it.
Magicite, ZoneSeek.
Yep. ZoneSeek is one of the best ones because
Okay, so you said just mash X.
Yeah, just mash the accept button. It does. You will be asked to bet at one point. It does not matter what you say to that. The next bet will be the same, and then it'll ask you to bet again, and that second bet is the one that locks it in place. So yeah,
Okay.
2,000 GP.
Either works.
Wait, what?
Just it doesn't. The first one doesn't matter. Just hit the X button.
Oh, okay. So basically, somebody's gonna outbid me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna outbid you, and then they're
they'll
gonna
always
ask you for
be the same.
10,000.
And then
Basically, as
the
long as
second
you
the
don't
second
back-
one is the buyout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically, as long as you don't say no to the second one, you just buy it.
Yeah.
There is no actual betting
This is all scripted.
system.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can say no to the first one, and the next person will go 7,000, and then if it doesn't matter what you do.
So basically, if you don't bet 7,000, somebody else will.
Yeah. Well, no, you would have bet 2,000, but the next person will bet 7,000, and yeah.
But the bet was already at like 6,000.
Yeah, no. The first prompt said 7,000 for him.
Oh, okay. Whatever. The
Yeah.
next person would go.
Okay.
I only can see. Oh, it was 5,000.
What's
So the other one you're looking for is right, down, down, right, which should take.
Down. No.
3?
down,
No.
down,
No.
right,
Right.
up? Nope.
Yeah, you're very close though. The RNG seeds are pretty close to one another for them.
I haven't gotten the right yet.
But did you guys know
Right?
today's Friday?
Down. Nope. Right again. Right again. Up. Sorry. Hold that thought, Shadow. I'm trying to focus on.
I'm watching a lady walk.
Right. Down. Down. What was the last one? Right. Right down.
Yep.
Right. Down. Right.
That was it.
So we
Yeah.
got it.
You just gotta talk to the guy at the door, and you'll get Golem, the best defensive Esper in the game. What were you saying, Shadow?
Did you know that today is Friday in California?
I was
It is.
It's also your birthday. Happy birthday weekend, by the way.
Exactly.
Herf. And this price is always fixed.
This appeared in my
Golem. Alright, time to see what I got. So what's ZoneSeek? Rasp Osmo Shell. Magic power +2 though.
Yes, that is one of the best parts of ZoneSeek. And Rasp. Rasp makes it really powerful. Safe is Protect. I think that second one was Stop, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so here's the question. Who should I put Rasp on?
everyone.
Yes.
Rasp is the best damage MP spell in the game because there's only 2. Rasp and Osmos. But several bosses die to Rasp. Also, as you may have seen, ZoneSeek teaches it at like X10 or X20, so it will not take you very long.
Okay, cool. Okay, I want to see what Golem has. Save, stop, cure 2. That's a pretty good learn rate on cure 2.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what,
yeah, but not only do many bosses die to Rasp, one in particular also loses its special thing when it dies if you kill it with Rasp.
Golem actually has a better learn rate for cure 2 than Unicorn.
Yep. And Kieran.
Way better than Kieran. Yes, I think that's actually the best way to learn cure 2.
Not
that I have.
For much longer.
I have.
If you go to Zen, you will find the best way to learn Cure 2. You will find Seraph.
Seraph?
Yeah. Well, it's Surf. Because they forgot to
yeah, they don't... Because Seraph is...
Too long.
It's 6, well, it's 6, right? Not crazy?
Seraph.
Seraph.
It's Seraphim. They changed the name in the version after this to Seraphim.
Okay, but Seraph would still fit, right? They have 6. Yeah, they have 6 characters. No, they have 7.
Yeah, the problem is it's Seraphim. Seraphim. So they took out the first 2 vowels.
Why not just take out the I? Seraphim.
I don't know, man. Ted Woolsey was weird.
Wait, is that the origin of Woolseyism?
Yes.
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
Translator.
Today I learned.
Translator for most.
He translated 1, 4, and 5 for Square Enix. It's the top on the southern
top
continent
middle?
of the triangle. It's the top middle.
So
welcome
this
to Zen.
one. Well, welcome to Zen. Wait a minute, I didn't go through like a portal.
No, it's Tzen.
It's Tzen. Look, I was just trying to make a Half-Life joke.
Funny enough, this game's older than Half-Life by a lot.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, what am I doing here?
Go to the upper right-hand corner of the map in the forest. You will find a thief.
Hi.
Hovering about.
Oh no. Woo.
Oh no.
Scared people like that. I thought you were a trooper. Do I look like a trooper?
I'm not red and small with a leaf on my head.
Receive the merit. Seraphim. Yeah, that's about the worst way that they could have omitted vowels from that. Like, just keep the E, take out the I.
Yeah, or just call it Seraph like they did in future versions. Anyway,
yes, Seraph would also be fine, yeah.
Seraph is really good at this portion of the game as long as you don't cast her. Her skill in battle is worthless. It's Cure 2, but twice the cost.
This is actually really tempting. I'm gonna put this on Celeste right now because honestly, I just want to have this stuff. I'll get to the level 2 magic after that.
Shadow, what did I just what?
I assume this
it's
is
Friday. Today is Friday in California.
I can't open this up right now.
It's
Be glad you can't.
Yeah, it's dumb in a good way.
It's the good kind of dumb, though.
Yeah. What else was there to get at this point in time?
Auction house, then buy shurikens.
Yeah, you don't actually have to do that. It just helps.
Well,
they're in
I know that, you know, don't you, well, I guess you don't, do you have to have Shadow in your party for Floating Continent, or is he just an optional one that you should because you only have 3 people anyways?
He is mandatory.
Oh, he is mandatory. Okay.
He shows up during it and just says, hey, I'm with you now.
Cool.
Yeah, Kefka just all brought him along and then left him to die. So he's very pissed at them.
Where can I buy shurikens?
Miranda on the southwest corner of the southern continent, I believe.
Having an airship is nice.
Oh, yes. Yes. I could have sworn
Miranda.
It's like getting the.
That's
The
not.
town.
Oh no,
It's in
that is the
the-
right place.
It might be the weapon shop. I think it's the item shop.
Nope, it's
Does
the item
every
shop.
It's the item shop then.
does every Square Enix game have like a airship equivalent?
No.
Most.
But most do. Nier has flying flying suits. Wait, where is the item shop?
Am I
I'm not just
wrong?
dumb. I don't-
Shuriken. Oh, it's Albrook. Thamasa.
Oh.
No, wait. No, that's later in the game. World of Balance, Albrook, The Cabin, and Koldingen, which is
Oh, yeah, we've definitely been to Kalingen.
that's Locke's where Locke comes from.
Yep.
Also, where you can get what's his face.
Okay, so it's not. What was the other town? It's right along the south side, right?
It's on the southeast.
There it is.
Error. I don't know.
Albrook. Okay, Albrook was definitely the easiest one to get to the item shop.
I forgot about that.
No, it does not. Yeah, I think
check
you
the
need to buy
weapon.
them at, huh?
Then check the weapon shop because definitely Albrook definitely carries shurikens.
Yeah, I think it's in the weapon shop. Also, why is it so dark here? Is it because of like plot events?
The floating continent is above.
Oh. World building. Yeah.
The weapon shop's on this is to the left of the armor.
Armor?
Oh, also, as you may notice, there are no more Imperial troopers here.
This is
So you
true.
can go to the pier.
You did that.
Shurikens are nice.
Mog.
Uh,
Shurikens are indeed nice.
Also, you might want to grab a blossom just in case. think you get the
All right.
better weapon.
How many of these should I get, and why is it
Yes.
99?
Yes, because they cost 30 gil a piece. These are the cheapest
This-
shurikens this game's ever had.
This
This
look,
game's ever had.
I can stock up on ammo for less than 2,500 GP. Too many. Too many.
Fire skins, water edges, and bolt edges kind of not great on the continent, floating continent. I think a lot of things have elemental resistances, but let me check. Floating continent, FF6.
I can always fall back on shurikens if I need to.
Shurikens are better, yeah. Okay, enemies. Oh yes, you have to do that section.
So I think we've reached the end of the list of things that you posted.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really think that the other edges are useful, but they are good because they're AOE. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
I think they are.
I could at least get like a handful of them.
The water one's the best because the Apocrypha at the very least has weak to water, weak to ice, fire, lightning, holy healing, but it's the weakest enemy up
Alright.
there.
I just got 5 of each.
Yeah, actually the fire ones are actually useful too because I forgot there's a lot of undead up there. You can very easily kill undead.
Hey, guess what? You know, us talking to this guy totally not foreshadowing for what we're about to do.
I guess I actually did not realize how useful the skins and edges were up there.
It's just that they're not universally helpful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on certain enemy resistances or absorbs.
Yeah.
All right, and we're getting into another battle because the enemies really, really insist.
Here you go.
Dude, I
Swan.
just turned the enemy around.
And Mog channeling his inner duster.
Got 1 magic points. Alright, into the airship we go. So I assume doing the plot is going to force a party change on me.
Yes.
They will tell you.
How do I heal on the airship again? I forget.
Go south from the room where the party is.
Out here. Oh, right. You just talked to left guy.
I think the right guy also sells some stuff.
Yeah, well, he's a regular item shop, basically. Anything I need to buy here?
I don't think so.
Smoke bombs are always helpful.
Is that
Smoke
escape
bomb.
from battle guaranteed, or
Yes,
am I
it's
just...
smoke it all.
It's yay, Pokemon.
It's not even just escape from battle. It's escape from most battles on the floating continent that can kill you in a few hits.
That sounds handy.
Just don't use it against enemies in a box.
What?
Monster in a box.
Oh, mimics.
Yeah, there's one in the area.
Okay, I'll keep it
You
in mind.
you run away, but then the mimic stops existing and doesn't drop, and can't be killed to drop the item from it anymore.
Ah, okay. I see. All right. So, should I even worry about party stuff right now? I assume, like, I don't know, that'll get forced on me anyways.
No, I think you should be good.
Yeah, I think there's nothing else you can do.
All right. Gonna make a save here. Find the floating continent. Let's jump onto that thing. Only 3 allowed in your party. Others must stand for it. And here we go. So, here's the big question: who should we take?
Well, that's all up to you. I like bringing Celeste.
Yeah, I would definitely want to have at least one person who can heal well.
I'm a basic bitch, and I just bring all the Sabins. I bring Sabin.
I mean, yeah, Sabin and Egg are probably my 2 go-tos. And then
They are
Mog,
really-
I'm more okay with benching because he's already ahead, like for
Yeah.
now. So like the other people need to catch up to him. So sorry, Tara. The game
This is
says
the
we
point.
don't have room for you.
Yeah, Tara, I don't. I actually. The one thing is, I think that having
But
Sorry, I'm thinking. I don't like bringing Tara with me as much. You know, I bring
I know.
Even though she's even though she's an important character. I always prefer Salas over her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say that I prefer like one of them more than the other from like a story and character standpoint, but I'm sure they both have their strengths and weaknesses in battle. That's right, let's give him a bloody lip. Wait, why can't the other people be in my party right now? We're still on the airship. We could all
Honestly,
we could all be fighting them right now.
I feel like this, like, how many Final Fantasy games have an issue of too many characters, not enough party space?
Not
Like,
many.
Lots of them.
I feel like with Chrono Trigger, at least, like you only have 7 party. You only have
Ow.
seven characters, but they are very much like
Well fleshed out.
fleshed out and like you could theoretically work on all of them a little bit, you know? Like This game, it just feels like a lot more work than it would be in Chrono Trigger. But Chrono Trigger also doesn't have quote-unquote random encounters.
Dang it,
Chrono
Suplex.
Trigger, though, you can grind your brain out because of how the game works. How'd you get over there? Is that where the game stuck you?
No, I moved.
Oh.
Willingly.
What'd you say, Go?
Chrono Trigger is a game that you can grind your brains out. Like, I actually, one of the reasons I burned out on the DS version was that I ground in the prehistoric era for an absolute shit ton of materials to hand in for vests that absorb fire element, because it turns a couple of bosses in the game into complete non-starters that can barely do damage to your party, and if they do damage to the party, they're probably going to heal it from you next turn.
That's a problem, sort of.
That
I think.
Yeah, but
Yep.
you have a tendency, Go, to just make sure that the enemy can't touch you at all.
Suplex. Dang it.
Suggested.
The thing is with Chrono
Crap,
Trigger,
what
you
is this
don't.
LR? What's the last one on it? Crap. The Blitz input.
Wait, input for which?
LR. I don't remember.
LRXY?
XY. Okay.
To back out before you input it, because if you
Yeah.
wait,
They're waiting too
there is a
long
timing
also
window.
messes it up. Yeah.
Regen. Rasp. Alright, I'm gonna take this opportunity to top up the party. But yes, no, I went to the bow of the ship, you know, on purpose. Do I have to do something specific here?
Nope. It's,
Just wait.
It's a couple encounters, and then progress.
yes, it is RLRLXY for chakra.
Oh, RL? That's
Yeah.
yeah.
That would do
That's
it.
not what I did.
Go, which bosses were you talking about?
In Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
like half the in-game bosses are just ridiculously easy if you have fire vests on.
They're not that hard without Fire Vest, though.
Yes, but it converts them from being a threat to being a non-threat.
Yeah.
I should do things.
By the way, Shadow, I just linked something that I saw in another Discord. A game called Net Knight.
Mech Knight.
I put it in Game Night.
Osmos.
It's
Battle
gun-
Network.
It's Battle Network, basically.
We're on encounter 4?
You also fight NFT scams.
Wrong way, saving. I feel like Flash could also work on the enemy behind me, but what do I know?
It's the big direct. It's the flashbulb on the camera. It's got the big direction ball.
Sure.
They have this game basically has all the things from basically both Battle Network and Star Force. It looks like it.
Drain. Something curious approaches. 1 second. I just wanted to double check this. Just make sure. Pummel, Orbolt, Suplex, Firestorm or whatever it's called, and then that thing. Okay. Something approaches. I'm waiting for it to approach. Oh, you're approaching me?
You're approaching me? I had to approach you to punch you in the
On the
face.
day of my daughter's wedding?
It's a 50-50 chance if Saban aims at the right side or not. Probably the most dangerous thing that they do is the absolute zero. So probably the strongest single thing that I can do against these guys is Orbolt. Suplex is inconsistent. Hey, that was pretty fast. What is the learn rate on that, actually? I don't think I looked at that. Oh, it's wait, no, it's 8. Okay.
Yeah, it is high.
8 is still pretty darn good for Cure 2.
Yeah. It's 13 AP to learn.
Nope, he's done with that. I don't know. What do you think? I've already got Phantom on the Phantom stuff on Edgar, I think.
All right, I'm gonna go get some dinner. I will talk to you gents later.
No, I need help.
See you go.
Don't worry, Blaze can help you up in there. Just
Blaze is
remember.
gone right now.
Oh, he is? Well, don't worry about it. I'll be back in about half an hour. I just got to, eating with the family.
I don't know. What's it? Level up stamina +2.
Yeah, he really likes magic. That ZoneSeek's the best form for magic.
Well, ZoneSeek is on Edgar right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would be a good thing for Saban to have right now?
Golem's good actually. Because
Golem?
it has Golem's stamina's nice.
Okay. Oh,
And
that's
Stop's
different.
really good too.
Do you see the dragon down there? It's a dragon down there.
It's not a dragon. That's Typhon.
Oh.
I would say don't make him sneeze, but that pushes you into the next boss fight.
What?
You'll understand when you see it. So you're about to fight Ultros and Typhon.
Yeah.
Not again.
Are you back to stay, Blaze?
No.
I gotta go get dinner. Is the reason I ask.
Yeah, I will be maybe in within the next 5 minutes. Need to go do something for a minute, and then I'll be back after that.
Oh, he'll be fine. Just hit Ultros with hit Ultros with ice and Typhon with. Oh, I just had it up. Yeah, Ultros with fire. And Typhon with ice. And then the boss after that is hit with electricity.
So fire on Ultros, ice on Typhon. Okay.
And then the third boss, electricity.
Hey, look who it is.
Yay! Our best friend.
No, Ree.
Uh,
Haven't saved in a while. No, really. This is our last battle. Trust me.
Guess what? It is actually your last battle with Ultros.
He wasn't lying?
You do, however, meet him again and fight Typhoon again.
No fun. I lose again. Well, today I've brought a pal. Chupon, come on down.
That's right, that's the translation.
Mr. Chupon's taciturn, but terribly powerful. Okay, so will I be able to take one of them off the field, like, if I just focus on them?
I believe yes, but it's Ultros first because.
Huh? Do I have to target Ultros first? I mean, I'm just.
I can't.
Well, no, I can't target Chupon, but.
I can't remember if it is this battle or not, but I seem to recall killing one of them lets the other one respawn them. But only one way. It might not be this battle though.
Interesting that they make you do this with only 3 party members when it's really not necessary. we could still be fighting with our full strength here. So I don't know if attacking Chupon with fire is bad, but I'm just avoiding using Firestorm because of that.
I don't think it's bad.
I mean, I suppose I could always try it, and if something bad happens, then
You have the same
don't do
state.
that. Well, it probably wouldn't be anything catastrophic. Yeah, it heals him.
But he's also still at full health, isn't he? So you healing.
No, I've done damage to him.
Ah.
So I think Aurabolt is probably the way to go, unless one of the other 2 offensive ones does more damage. So 1454 on that. They're doing a lot of damage. Also, bye, Ultros.
Goodbye forever.
She has fire on her sword right now, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's not doing as much damage as Aurabolt was. Yeah, I think Drill's just better. Let's try. Crap, what was the other attack that I had? Pummel, Aurabolt, Fire. Why am I blanking on this? What's the other blitz?
Lightning. Oh, Pummel, Fire, Suplex.
Suplex. I forgot about Suplex. How did I forget about Suplex? I don't know. As much fun as Suplex is, it's just not a terribly reliable option. Yeah, I think Aurabolt's the most consistent. Oh no! Is that scripted? I assume that's scripted.
Yes.
Wait,
now
what?
it's time to fight this.
Wait, hold the phone. What?
This is the one you use the electric effects on.
Yeah, this is the Zacky fight.
I don't know if anybody in the party. I don't think Celeste has electric. Also, I assume I can multi-target here. Yeah, she does not have electric. Ow. Stop that. I hope using fire isn't bad. At least. I know other things might be more effective, but...
Yeah, fire shouldn't be bad.
I gotta get those little guys off the field. Oh, there goes one of them. Missile Bay. That's potentially not good. Do blitzes count as magic?
Yeah. Some, in certain ways.
So can I not use healing? So that counts as magic.
I don't know if it works like runic or if it only is protecting on their side.
Well, the spec is gone, so I guess I don't need to worry about that at the moment. Just trying to stay ahead on healing. It's counting down and I don't like this. Pretty sure it's counting down by turn.
Yeah, and I will.
And it's dead. Goodbye, shark ship. We did this entire fight while falling. I just want to point that out. And we're here. Welcome to the floating continent. Kefka, Gestahl, and the statues are just ahead. So let's. I can't face down and save at the same time. Game, why do you do this to me? We have made it. So I forget, you just pass up talking to Shadow, right? We thought you were a goner. Is Interceptor alright? Do you not get Interceptor in this section? I mean, I could understand why, but this would make me quite sad.
So this is the reason why.
And now I gotta find the shuriken again. Here they are. I want to select that one, yeah. Oh my goodness. Selecting one enemy has never been this hard. You know what? That's probably not a good idea for these enemies. They look fire-based.
They look like they could kill you.
Okay, now you should have my undivided attention.
Well, we're one fight into the floating continent.
It's floating.
And a continent. Well, it's probably not that big, but I don't know. Maybe it is continent-sized. Well, that's not very nice. That's very not nice. And it missed. $900. So this is the area of just go for the most obvious looking dead ends.
Yeah, this area likes to shift as you walk up the walls.
Might be important to, you know, equip Shadow again. Alright, what would be good on Shadow? Departed Mom's Love protects against fatal magic attacks.
Yep.
Isn't he one of the only two people who can use the memento ring?
Yep, him and Realm.
Is this important? Yep. Teleporting.
Now you're over here. Two-way teleporting at that.
Ooh. Why was the cursor off? The cursor was off by 1.
SNES game.
Okay, that's not doing a lot. Alright, let's try Flash. Flash, comma, the. Yep, Flash, definitely the way to go.
Sonic T Hedgehog.
Yep, Sonic T Hedgehog. Oops. Mantra. Honestly, for what that is, it's pretty good.
Yes.
Look at all the levels. Oops. This certainly is some music. How are we doing on ZoneSeek? Oh. Okay. What should we have you learn? Could give you like level 2 magic. Edgar has learned a lot, probably because he's been in parties a lot.
That tends to happen.
He's probably not done with this yet, although he's getting there. How's she doing on Seraphim? Oh, she's learned everything on Seraphim. Alright, well, offensive magic. Go right ahead. And you know what, let's just get like a fast cure on you. Let's see, 5. That might be the fastest cure that I can get on him that's not already taken by somebody else. Oh, that's a cure times 20. You know what, why not?
Yeah.
This is like totally incongruous with his character, but sure, we'll give him that angel. I don't think I can even go right. Yeah, it's not a. This area has been very linear so far.
It pretty much, it really is. I think there was like a side path somewhere with a chest, but like not really. Like there might be one.
Oh, well, this is not going to be the best thing, but oh well. It's probably going to heal the guy up top, but... Oh, wait, it didn't? Color me surprised. I am really scared of what's going to happen when that hits. And Sabin's done. You can tell because he just got all of the things.
Learn all the things.
Learn everything. Use your magic to destroy.
Where am I supposed? Is this a dead end?
Maybe.
This is gonna be fun.
Once this ninja gets out of the way and we can actually see.
And this is why you want to have at least basic magic on everyone.
I'm back.
Now the vanish is gone. It's fine. People can, you know, show off their magic prowess. Regen rasp. So is this a dead end? I think it might be. I think there was another way that I could go. At least that's what I thought. They're just doing regular attacks. Yeah, I definitely remember this place being like a difficulty spike. Because things do a lot more damage here. I think they have recently. Well, that's unfortunate. That's less fortunate. more fortunate. Gee, Shadow already has cure too.
It's a good Esper.
Seraphim is like kind of broken. Like, look at
ironically, there's two Espers better than it was later in the game, but that's much later.
Yeah, that was that. Okay, that was. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, Behemoth.
One of the more dangerous enemies up here.
Now that I know that I can safely firestorm these.
By the way, do you have Vanish and also Doom?
Yeah, I might.
You do. It is going to. It will let you hilariously destroy everything. Vanish Doom is so broken they had to fix it for the Game Boy Advance port forward, because it rendered most of the game, which is no challenge.
All ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suplex, suplex.
The existence of the suplex implies the existence of the subplex. Seraphim's really good. Just don't cast it.
It's good for learning, not for summoning.
Anything else? Yeah, Rasp is the most important thing for the next boss. Otherwise, you're free to learn whatever you want.
Yeah, what do I have? Okay, Rasp is on ZoneSeek, so I already have it on Edgar, and Sabin might already know it too, actually. Yeah, okay, Sabin has it as well. And then you were saying Doom and Vanish?
Vanish. Yeah. Doom bypasses the check for instant death.
No, Vanish makes Dooms bypass it.
Yeah, Vanish makes Doom bypass the check for whether a target is affected by death and removal.
Basically,
So...
You know how... is it Pure?
Phantom and
okay,
Shoot.
hold on. So I've got Doom on Edgar, and he's 87% on Vanish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have either of those on any of the Espers that I have.
Yeah, I think you have...
I think those are the only two that have each of those.
Yes.
So Shoat and
Yep.
Phantom.
Shoat and Phantom. They're fairly unique spells. There will be another Esper with both of them in the after this era, but it takes a long time to find most of them.
Anyway, what was it?
Doom is only 2, so that one's not going to be very fast to learn.
It's very slow.
Monster in a box. Yeah,
Monster in a black screen.
What's the Pokemon ability that boosts the power of the move, but deactivates its secondary effects?
Sheer force.
Sheer force. Also, yeah, that guy's a little strong.
I think he only attacks physically, though. So if you, before you... Oh, yeah, you're stuck in... Okay. Summon Phantom if you can. I'm gonna go check.
Did I have that? It was on Edgar, right?
Yeah.
Sheer force also...
Oh my God, I don't... He keeps on attacking Edgar.
Sheer force at least used to. I don't know if it does still, but used to ignore,
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure it still does the light orb thing, because that's why I was bringing it up.
Not light orb, the other orb. You know it. I know what you mean.
People are...
Orb.
Oh my God, I saved before that.
Life orb, yeah. I thought you said light.
Oh wait, it does let me do that. Interesting.
Yeah, you can rewind from when you...
Save states? That is really handy, actually.
You will want to heal your party before going in there.
Yes. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh! Shoat can kill him instantly.
Oh, Shoat can kill this guy instantly?
Yeah, he's not immune to petrify.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just waiting until I finish the menuing. Unfortunately, the like fast forward or the skip feature is only it's a minute.
Yeah.
On this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Catable Plus or Shoat at level 5 death, instantly kill it. It is affected by stop. Bio spells it's weak to.
Alright, let's try this again. This time I'm going to heal up first. Just do that. Okay. Alright, so basically try to cast Shoat.
Yeah, if you summon Phantom, he can't hurt your team. If you summon Shoat, it will probably instantly kill him. Probably being the key word there.
Probably.
Okay, nope, we don't want you. That's ZoneSeek, okay.
As you may have noticed, it counters physical attacks with things. Now, don't cast magic at your party, and that because casting magic will cause vanish to fade. But at this point,
I don't think I have showed on somebody.
It's
right
okay.
Now,
just attack. He can't hurt you.
Yay! Oh,
he does not have
Shadows.
any magic.
Shadow's low on health, but this should be fine, right?
Yeah. If you use Cure after battle, it'll remove the invisibility as well. Which you don't want invisibility for anything but this fight.
Yeah.
He has a lot of HP too. He's got actually no, not really. He's at 6,000 health. He's immune to invisible though, which is interesting. I didn't know you could be immune to invisible. Anyway, congratulations on getting your new katana.
Oh.
Or is it katana or is it a dagger?
That's a dagger.
Ah, yes.
Hardened.
It's the Sasuke, or the hardened.
Okay, so I should get rid of the invis now, right?
Yeah, you'll want to heal your party, or otherwise the next time you fight a ninja, it'll kill your party. Guaranteed hits.
Do I have the magic for this?
Just cure. Just cast a cure at level 1 to spell the party. Vanish is removed if you get hit by any magic spell. Edgar, don't worry about Edgar.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. You can't remove the Vanish from Edgar unless he takes some damage.
Oh. Because he was the one that summoned it?
No, because he's
full health.
He's at full health, so he wasn't hit by the cure, so
You could imp and you should be able to imp and unimp him.
Yeah, I think it's a waste. I think you're also like right around the corner from Atmos weapon.
Atmo weapon, yay!
Don't worry, you crashed just
what
fine.
did I? So that was just a side thing then. I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought this was the dead end. Oh no.
No, it's got teleporters.
But how do I? Oh my god.
Yeah, this place is.
I missed the switch.
Putin.
Wait for nobody to attack him with magic attacks. I don't even know if these guys have magic attacks.
They do, I think.
Oh.
The scrolls.
There it is.
Yeah, the only thing is it's a guaranteed hit, and it'll remove. Yeah. It's now safe to. Edgar is now.
Oh, I got vanish.
Yeah, you now have the most broken thing in the game. You can one-shot at the weapon now. But then you also get hit by his exiting attack.
Yeah. The best way to deal with him is to suck him dry.
I definitely just bumped my mic. Wait, do I have something to steal magic?
Rasp.
Rasp? Oh, okay.
Rasp damages the magic stat, and it's very powerful.
Yes, but well, especially for things that use magic, right? You're just like draining their magic, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Osmos also works, but Osmos is capped at your MP.
He's done at that. Oh, okay. He already has Rasp, so he's good on that. I don't know what else should he learn.
I mean, you can make him more of a support guy, but teach him some magic spells because magic spells never go out of usefulness.
Carbuncle, maybe? That's
Ace is always
support
good
stuff.
Yeah, he gives you protect, he gives you shell, he's got all the good stuff. And warp, so you can quickly leave places. And reflect for the 2-3 situations where it's useful. Always been the problem.
He's very close to done. And she's still working on magic, but she's getting there. He's almost done with Seraphim.
Yeah. Seraphim is one of the quickest ways to learn every spell on there. There's only one Esper that teaches Cure 2 at a better rate, and it is not the 90% point of the game.
Cool. It's a dead end.
For now. I should warn you that there is a way to get back onto the airship from here. So just be careful that if you see it, if you say yes, it will take you off the place, and you have to start the entire place over from the beginning if you want to go back. But no ball structure to the start.
So is it better to not leave then?
It's better to leave if you have other things you want to do.
Yeah. If there's something left to do, leave, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, Shadow also will not join you.
Is there anything left to do, though?
Not really.
Nope.
Which is another reason why it's a good idea not to.
Oh, he's still working on stuff. I think he maxed out on... Yeah. He already knows Rasp, so he's good on that front. I have no idea what to put on him.
Doom is always a good generic one. I'll be right back and go help feed the dogs.
She's still working on that. Right. He's done. Oops. You could just get Rasp on him, you know. At least try to. It'll only take what, 5, right? 5 points?
Basically.
With that multiplier. Oh, dang it. There we go. Don't miss. Yeah!
Did you just suplex the dragon?
That's not good.
The dragon was not happy about you suplexing them.
No, they really weren't. Shadow learned Rasp from one battle.
I'm a fast learner.
It's all ZoneSeek.
ZoneSeek's a great teacher.
ZoneSeek's the best teacher, at Rasp at least. Heals the wounded.
Are you the wounded?
Yes.
Then you should be healed.
Oh, okay, I see it. I see the ship of the air. Oh no, I have to make a choice. Which way do I go, left or right?
But what seat do you sit in?
Which seat do I take?
Huh?
That's not good. Oh, wait, it didn't actually affect... Okay. This is fine. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't there an accessory that increases healing?
Earrings.
Oh, okay. Still not dead yet. A lot of health. Yeesh. It's like over half my health right now. There we go. Gotta gain a level, learn. Hey!
Level up.
Celeste has the good magic now. Alright, so the next question is, what now? Yep, she's already got all of those. Like she probably knows the most important stuff that she needs to know right now. Who's got? Yeah. Isn't he done with this? No, he doesn't have shell yet. I could put him on something else, to be honest.
Yeah, shell isn't the best one.
Where is it? What's the... Which one gives you all of the level 1? Why can't I find it?
That wasn't Madeline, was it?
No, that's the level 2s.
Yeah, he's a hit. Yeah. Madeline's the 2s.
Something that gives you like all the level 1 magic. There it is, Bismarck.
There it is.
Wait, who has it though? Wait, oh,
Not
no.
someone with you.
No. This is the point where I wish I could just pull it off, you know.
You can in the updated versions.
That's what I get for playing this version, I suppose. You know what? Yeah, we'll just... I'm gonna de-equip you for now.
There are benefits to playing an older version. There are benefits to playing the newer version.
Dispel or shell, stop. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's get Rasp on her, and then she'll also get +2 magic on level.
Nice.
As well, so that seems like a good fit for her. So he's still working on that. Still working on Shoat. And now we just slap something on you. I guess would any of these be good for their summon effects? That would be something to consider, I guess.
Most aren't, really.
Alright, well, probably don't need to overthink this too much. Sure. We'll put one on you that suits you. How about that? Left or right? I'm gonna go left. Surprise, left made me go right. Well, I got to the switch, so that's something.
Switch make platform go down.
Switch did make platform go down. Nintendo Switch has games.
Nintendo Switch has a really expensive controller. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the only one. Lots of, yeah, basically all the main console controllers are pretty expensive nowadays. Ow. Ow! Stop that. Enemies really seem to like targeting a single person. So that person is now Shadow. Shadow, run!
I'm trying.
So I think my assessment of the Floating Continent from my first playthrough still holds up.
It's not inaccurate. Big, massive difficulty spike.
Well, I just said it was a difficulty spike. I didn't say it was a massive difficulty spike. I mean, it probably was for me at the time. Like, obviously I got walled coming up here, but... No.
God, I forgot the encounter in this area.
I could do something about that, but... Also good for learning things. The only thing I have to, you know, make sure is that I'm not, like, you know, running low on resources. Oops. There we go. Oh my goodness. They just do not want to oh, that's doing like, oh right, because it's based on his health.
Yeah, it takes his health and splits it over the entire party. At least it doesn't hurt him.
Yep. Osmos.
Osmos is good later in the game. Rasp is better now, because Rasp will hit the 999 damage cap quicker. By the way, MT damage is capped at 999.
How dare they? Oh my...
Well,
The encounters are encountering.
This is like just absurd.
Which room should I put the thing I just sent you in?
I think we have to put into... No, it's not cursed. I think it's just normal. Not really anywhere special.
Forecasting?
But the forecasting will work, yeah.
But this comic explains a lot about me.
People are learning things.
They're learning.
They're learning. Oops, I'm on magic. Okay, you still got 2 things left on that, which you should get at the same time. Oh wait, I didn't check shadow. Nah, that stuff's pretty slow. Alright, let me move, game. Do I go left at all? No. Okay, I can go down here now, because the thing's out of the way.
The dumbest looking enemy in this game, the Brain Pan.
What even inspired the name of this enemy? Like, sure, they're heads, so the brain part, I guess, but where does the pan come in?
Red?
I can't remember.
Ask Ted Woolsey.
I can't remember what the updated name is either.
It's just Brain Pan. The original name was Koha.
Was what?
Koha.
Yeah.
It's a zombie. Ooh, they can stop you and 1,000 needles. Ooh. Oh, you can also steal earrings from them if you bring luck.
That seems handy.
It's 5,000 gil. It's not like it's impossible to get. Especially with the Vilf right there where you don't gain experience.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I do have a lot of money right now anyways, so... It's a good thing that it missed Sabin. Shadow learned Demi.
Congratulations, Shadow, you learned Demi.
What does it do?
It is a magic that halves an opponent's HP. It's known as gravity in more recent versions of the game.
Yeah. Magic. Oh no. my Cure Slave is getting low on magic. I might have to go to Cure Slave 2.
What? Cure Slave 3?
That's back to Cure Slave 1, but we're actually going to use a MP recovery item for once.
Oh no, there's a split path. There's a lot of split paths.
The intended path is pretty obvious, like right before the end, I think.
Dang it.
I think the one you just opened leads to the, leads onwards.
Why are there so many slugs?
Excuse me?
Playing a different game.
This is not a slug.
Nah. Slug enemies that leave a slime trail that makes you crawl, that makes you walk at like a meter a minute.
Alright, well I can grab this first at the very least.
Well, I just can't wait.
I assume that's...
To be king?
No? Is that a relic?
Maybe, yeah.
No?
Go to regular items to find it. It'll be... It would have been near the bottom if you hadn't arranged.
Wait, no it is... Oh. Oh, it's
certain characters' helm. Yeah.
It's a realmet. Okay, so I've got 3 ways that I can go. Oh.
Yeah, save point.
This is actually like the perfect time to find this because I was going to stop soon anyways. So
You can use the tent.
I think this is a good place to use a tent because I don't think you get healing before the boss.
I do not believe so, no.
And some people are low on MP, so one of those things. Like, I think this is a good time to use a tent.
No.
You only got 20 of them.
Well, 15 now.
Tent. Final Fantasy Tent 2.
God damn it, I expected that from Red, not from you, Shadow.
Final Fantasy versus their tent. Although you can do that for any of the teams, really.
Yeah.
Versus 13. That's why. All right.
Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Tent. Lightning returns.
Lightning returns. Final Fantasy 13. All right. Well, thank you for watching the stream. I will be back on Sunday. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.
No.